Thank you very much. There is a discussion that I have wanted us to have for some time. And today I'm going to talk about peri-urban dairy farming. And I'll give the context of Uganda. Peri-urban dairy farming is, and I would also give a comparison with Kenya, is one of the most profitable businesses that you can do here. And here is why. Because when you go into the districts that have many animals, all those that are in the cattle corridors, the likes of Chiruhura, Kaseke, Nakasongora, Yantonde, and others in that category, the milk prices are not stable, and there is a lot of forces of demand. Because there are many, they produce a lot of milk, so the demand of their milk is reduced since they have a lot. When you come to peri-urban areas, especially those near Kampala, many farmers in Mukono, in Wakiso, having 1, 2, 5 animals, with 1 acre of land or 2 acres, or 3 at maximum. Here the prices of milk are stable, 1,500 to 2,500, irrespectively. Now, so here if you have high milkers, so you're getting your 25 to 30 liters of milk, and the prices are stable, maybe at 2,000. That animal is making you at least sales of some money. The price of hay in Kampala and the price of hay in Chiruhura is almost the same. The price of silage is almost the same. You're selling at 2,000. Someone down there is selling at 500. Your price is stable. So the business becomes viable, but for only those that have animals that are high converters, the animals that are going to convert the feeds into the milk, so they are going to produce a bit high milk. Now, but the other one has a leverage of letting animals to go and roam around, do selective grazing, and also gets his 7 or 5 liters without putting in a lot. Of course, the other one is not making money. At the end of the day, the farm will not make money, and there are a lot of challenges. So in peri-urban setting, you are doing a zero grazing and you're having high milkers. That's when it makes sense. If you don't have high milkers, it will not make sense. Now, what are the problems that are faced by the dairy farmers, the peri-urban dairy farmers in Uganda? Number one, the cost of hay and silage. In general, in Uganda, it is high, and a bit it is not making a lot of sense. So I believe we need a lot of people, many people investing in hay and silage production, so that at least the prices can stabilize to the level where the farmers can get hay and silage at a cheaper cost. Number two, we don't have producers of hay and silage. So you may actually have your money and you fail to get the feeds, and then your animals starve. But I thank Dr. Jore. She has been promoting the use of residues from the markets, the banana peels, the pineapple peels, as an alternative way of feeding, increasing the base of feed, so that when you don't have the hay, you don't have the silage, you can still even get the base of feed from those things that are available in the markets, as well as making the environment clean. Now that's a very big challenge. Challenge number 2, artificial insemination. Artificial insemination is a very big challenge, because once I'm in a Peri Ubern Dairy setting, my business is milk production. I need continuous milk flow on my farm so that I'm able to make money. So the moment I inseminate that animal and it doesn't get pregnant, that's a loss. Now, if I do it again, I thank Yolas, because at least they have brought test kits. But previously, you have to wait for 3 months until when the vet will come and touch and know there is something or there is nothing. But these ones are testing blood, so you're able to tell whether the animal is pregnant or not at an early age. These people are failing to understand the importance of supplementation. The animals are not getting enough base of feed. The animals are not being supplemented. So meaning that even the chances of them getting pregnant are less. Or even some of them have been having, they miss hits, they don't come on hit, And the result partly is nutrition, which we can handle, but it's still a very big problem. So AI becomes a challenge. The animals do repeats 1, 2, 3, 4 months. You're losing. The animal is reducing the milk. And at which time when the milk is not there and it has no calf. So it's a big loss. Now that's another very big challenge. Another challenge. We have peri-urban farmers that are supposed to concentrate on milk production. But they have also become breeders. There is absolutely no way you're going to have a calf at your Peri Ubern Dairy Farm. You're buying expensive feeds. You're buying calf pellet. It is sharing on the milk. If we do the math, by the time it gets pregnant, if you are buying maybe at 1.5 years, if you have been buying feeds for it, you would have spent around 6 to 7 million on one calf since it was young. And there are lots of uncertainties that happen around the corner. Now, if your business is to produce milk, what are you doing in breeding? Because if you do the math, it does not make sense. You don't have land, you don't have feed, you're even buying the base of feed, and you want to keep the calf until it grows into a mature cow, and you're going to lose a lot of money on it. So that's a very big challenge also. Because my business is not the calf. My business is the milk. So I can always buy high milkers and start from there, which are in calf. Why do I raise the calf? So if I leave about the sex of the calf, if I say now I don't want calves, I will be letting the calves go. Because if it's good, you are going to get your 500, your 300, keep it, pocket it, sell it after a week, let it go, milk your animal. Other than keeping it. When you reach time you want more animals, just go and buy an Inca Feifa. Don't buy this one is pregnant. You test. Actually, for me, if I'm buying, I buy the last trimester, where everybody, even the real person, can see that the animal is pregnant. You cannot promise me, and they promised me, and then it was not pregnant. Why don't you buy the one which is already seen that it is pregnant? I mean, instead of investing 5 million, you add 1 million and buy the one which you are sure. So that's another challenge. Now, if I don't mind about the sex of the calf, then why can't I have a bull? Because if I'm doing a very good nutrition, at least I'm sure the calves will flow once I have a bull. So if we are 2-3 farms that are near each other, and we know we are all taking care of disease as well, we all have no brucellosis, we can share the bull. Or I can have a bull on my small farm. So that my business becomes viable, I need a flow of milk. So if an animal gives birth, maximum of 2 months, it should be pregnant again. So that I continuously have flow of milk on my farm. And then I'm able to make money than the person who is having rentals or any other business. Another point is animal livestock farming. Actually, most forms of farming, they are just, people take them as side hustles. We don't want to be serious and take them as a business. I am happy technology has come, the cameras are there. Don't rely on what they made. We gave them food. You could go on the camera and see when these animals are being fed. Be sure that they have had the food. Because Brian will sell you a concentrate, I tell you mix my concentrate with 50 kilos of bran, and the boys will go and do something else. So, but when they know you have a camera and you are seeing, perhaps you've seen them several times, then the routine will develop itself and they are able to handle. So that becomes management. Animals in a zero grazing setting mostly don't get sick. So diseases is not a very big threat as long as they are feeding. Mostly they are not feeding because the feeds are not normally available. So maybe the boys have to go and cut, and it requires energy, it requires, so sometimes they don't do it. They don't go there. They don't feed them. Number 2, they are stealing the milk. Hey, they are stealing the milk. You buy concentrates from brand, but the milk does not increase. Or it increases a little, but on other farms it is increasing a lot. Why? Because they are taking some of the milk. So if you have the camera and they are milking there, you are seeing the bucket. You're like, hey, milking time is coming. You get your phone. Put up the camera, they milk. They measure. You're done. It's a business, remember. Now, there are 2 options. Number 1, if you want your calves, you can take them to the village farm. If you don't have the village farm, you sell the calves. If you are a peri-urban farmer, that's breeding is never your work. There are other people who have large chunks of land are going to do breeding for us. For us, all we need is the flow of milk. We don't need the calves. They are going to make losses for us. Then, of course, now people are going this money where to get animals. I want 40 milkers, I want what? But a 40 milker that you don't have a camera and you are not on the farm to watch if the boys are feeding it, it's not going to give you milk. If you've brought it from far, there are some 2-3 months you're going to lose because the animal is being stressed to move the long distance, and moving a long distance lowers its immunity, which you have now to build back and stabilize the animal. It will take you maybe a month or 2. So you have to be patient enough, and you have to be having the capacity to take care of that animal, because it gets sick in the morning and it doesn't have the care it is supposed to have in the evening, it is dead. You are losing 12-13 million. It's not a wise investment. So we have to understand that this business, once we want to do it and profit in it, the goal is there are some principles that we must go with. Supplementation is very, very, very important. You have got to supplement the animals. You have got to make sure they have enough clean water. If it is better feed, they eat enough. If it's additional protein and the energy that they need, they get. if there are mineral blocks they should have. If you hear Brian saying the milk booster, come and support, and we do the math. Because me, I sell you my milk booster. If you have good animals, the milk will be able to pay my money and also give you the additional money that you are not getting. With even other more benefits, the animals will look better, they will have high immunity, they will not have heat problems. You're going to get all those benefits. So, my friends, the Peri Ubern Dairy Farmers, let us not turn ourselves into breeders and we make losses. What I'm going to be advocating for is how do we make farming, livestock farming in Uganda profitable? Because if I can make many farms profitable, then that means I can also keep in business, because you're giving me business, you're buying my concentrates. The advice when you come to my office is free.